I hope everyone have received your first IM marks, right? So we wait for only 1 or 2 minutes. Later on, we will start with the fourth module. Again, I'm telling for your IA syllabus, the second module after the traffic volume study, that is in the first IA we have gone through spot speed study and traffic volume study. For your second IA, remaining other studies, that is speed and delay, origin and destination, then parking study, accident studies, level of service, these things will be there for your IA, that is for second IA in the second module. Then in the third module, entire third module will be there with problems. Okay, we have solved Webster's method problem, right? So those problems will be there for your IA. That is only concentrate on Webster's method problem. Then in the problem part. Then in the fourth module, today I'm going to teach the accident studies. Okay, the same what we have discussed in the second module, that is the accident studies. That is what are the causes for accident study, basic elements, then objectives of accident studies. Then today we will see what are the remedial measures we are going to provide for the accident studies. So I'm going to start with the fourth module. Share my screen. Wait a minute. I hope the screen is visible, right? Everyone, screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the first module, we have discussed about basics of traffic engineering. In the second module, that is in the module 1, basics we have discussed. Then in the module 2, we have discussed about the surveys. That is, what are the various types of surveys we are going to carry out. Then in the module 3, we have discussed about the intersections and design of intersections. Then in the module 4, we are going to discuss about traffic safety. So only the safety part will be there in the module 4. That is related to accident and its components we are going to discuss in the module 4. So by this I'm going to start with the fourth module. That is the name is traffic safety. So in this the accident will be there. The accident studies we are going to study. Then traffic lighting system we are going to study. Then noise pollution and air pollution. Okay, noise and air pollution. So these are the two things you can write by yourself. In general, you can write that is the noise pollution and air pollution. So first we will move to. So in the second module, we have already known that problem of accident is very acute in transportation due to complex flow pattern. So we already know that complex flow pattern means we can't analyze the traffic study. That is, we can't analyze the driver behavior. Okay, the driver behavior is very complex in nature. Okay, that is for example, if you consider a road, so we'll consider a 4-lane road with a divided highway. So the driver will be moving the vehicle here. So suddenly he may move to this lane, or suddenly may move to this lane. That is it is very complex. We can't easily understand how the driver behaves in the traffic situation. That is how he will be behaving in the traffic situation in the traffic stream means it is very complex. That's why complex flow pattern of vehicular traffic. So here because of the complexity in the driver behavior, okay, complexity in the driver behavior, so we can't analyze the traffic condition. So that's why it is called as a complex flow pattern of traffic. Second one is a presence of mixed traffic. As we all know that in Indian condition, the roads, on the roads, all type of vehicle will be using the road. Either the two-wheeler will be using the road, then the cars will be using, then auto rickshaws will be using, then buses, trucks. So because of this mixed traffic condition, the accident rate may increase. That is because of the presence of mixed traffic like autos, two-wheelers, buses. Other than the vehicular, the pedestrians are also they will be also on the road itself. So presence of mixed traffic like a two-wheeler, auto, car, trucks, and other than the vehicle, the pedestrians will be on the road itself. That's why the accident rates are are more in India. Then I told that pedestrians on the road, not only the vehicles, the pedestrians will be on the road itself. Then traffic accident may involve property damage, personal injuries, also death. As we all know that if an accident has encountered means we are going to have this property damage. Property damages means whether the vehicular damage, there will be vehicular damages will be there. Then personal injury means human injury, human body injury. That is whether it may be a breaking of your leg, breaking of your hand or head, like this human injury will be there. Then sometimes it will leads to death also. So the traffic accidents involve property damage, personal injuries, and human injuries also. Then traffic engineer has to carry out systematic accident studies to investigate the cause of accidents and to take preventive measures. So as we all know that the traffic engineer, the main agenda of the traffic engineer is to provide safety for the road user. That is a safe, economic, and efficient transport system he has to provide. So the safety means which will be obtained from this reduction in the accidents. So the main agenda for this traffic engineer is to carry out systematic studies to investigate the cause, why the accident has occurred, and how this has occurred, and what are the measures we can provide to reduce the accidents. Those can be done by this traffic engineer. So the traffic engineer has to carry out systematic accident studies to investigate the causes and preventive measures for the reduction in accidents. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Kindly respond. Kindly respond. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
One is basic elements we have already known: the road user, the vehicle, road and its condition, then traffic. Last one is environmental factor. So the road user, we the people are the road user, whether it may be a pedestrian or whether it may be a vehicular traffic or whether it may be a driver. So pedestrian, driver, or passenger. These are the road users which involve in the traffic accident. That is the pedestrian, driver, or passenger. Then vehicle. So type of vehicle which is involved in the traffic accident, that is because of the vehicles only and the road users only, the accident is going to occur. So these are the two basic elements we can call. So these are the two basic elements, that is a road user and the vehicle, and road condition. As you all know that if you are moving with a good road without any potholes or patches, you will be moving with a higher speed, so we can easily reduce the accidents. But when the road is having potholes like this, you can observe in the photo or in the diagram. So potholes are there means you will be moving with a lesser speed and you are going to encounter with the accidents. Then comes the traffic. You can observe here, if there is any traffic congestion on the road means which will leads to accident studies. Okay, that is a rear end collision. I'm going to say what is that rear end collision. I'm going to show. So there will be chances of accident will be there in the traffic condition. Then comes the environmental factors like rain, fog, mist, and all those things which will create a poor visibility. Okay, because of poor visibility, you are going to encounter with the accident. I think the most of the accident because of poor visibility will be occurring in winter season. Okay, early morning of winter season, you can observe that the fog will be falling So because of that, the poor visibility will be there on the road. So there comes the accidents. Okay. So these are the 5 basic elements you should remember. So we have already read all these things in our second module. Simply I am brushing up that what are the basic elements involved in the traffic accidents. One is road user, vehicle, road and its condition, traffic, and comes the environmental factors. Okay, these are the 5 factors which are 5 basic elements which involve with the traffic accident. Then what are the causes? Okay, this is very important from the examination point of view and from the IA point of view. This is the very important question. Why? Because majority of the question paper you may see this what are the causes? Okay, they will mention like explain the various causes for road accidents. Don't get confused with the basic elements and causes. Basic elements are different, causes are different. So from the basic elements we can derive this causes. Okay, is it clear? Right, basic elements, is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear? Right, basic elements. Yes or no? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Basic elements. Okay, next one is causes. What are the causes for road accidents? So from the basic elements we can bifurcate again. So the first one is drivers. Okay, driver is the basic cause for the accidents. Why? Because of excessive speed, that is moving at 100 or 120 kmph, then rash driving. Okay, that is rash driving. Then violations of rules and regulations. For example, a road is there, it is made as a one way. Only one way movement will be there. So they have installed the traffic sign like this, only one way. But he will be moving in opposite direction. So other vehicle will be coming in the opposite direction. He may hit that vehicle, and there comes the accident. Okay, that is because of violation of rules and regulation, and in the signals also. In the signals, that is in the signalized intersection also, there will be some rules and regulation violations. Then fatigue, that is stress. If the driver is stressed, it means there is if we keep on riding the vehicle for 12 hours or 13 hours continuously, means he will be under the stress. So because of this fatigue also, there will be chances of accident. Then sleeping. Okay, majority of the accidents, that is in trucks and buses are encountering with this accident because of this sleep only. The driver will be sleeping. That is early morning, the sleep will be there. So because of that sleep, the drivers are going to encounter with the accident. That is especially the trucks and bus driver. Then consumption of alcohol. That is a drink and drive. DD. That is a drink and drive. So because of the drinking and driving the vehicle, which is a violation of rules, so some people will be there, they will be consuming the alcohol and they will be riding the vehicle, which will leads to the accidents. Okay, these are the some points these are the causes from the driver to have the accident on the road. Then when we see the pedestrian violating regulations and carelessness, when they are going to violating the regulations, means when the zebra crossing is provided, okay, it is a zebra crossing is provided in the intersection, the pedestrians will not be using the zebra crossing. They will be coming at the middle of the road and they will be crossing the road. So because of this carelessness and violation of rules and regulations, they will be encountering with the accidents. Then passengers alighting from or getting into the moving vehicle. That is a moving vehicle. So as we all know that the passengers, when the standing in the bus stop, when the bus comes, means they will be running along with the bus to catch up the seat or to take the seat in the bus. So while moving, there is while entering into the bus or while leaving the bus, that is when they are deboarding the bus, means there you can experience this accident studies. Then vehicle defects, there is whatever the vehicle we are using, that is failure of brakes, steering system, lighting system, and tire burst. That is if there is any failure of brakes when you are riding the vehicle means yeah, it is fixed that we are going to encounter the accident. Then steering system. Nowadays the automatic steering system has came. Then the power steering. Okay, because of that power steering, if a small turning you turn the steering means you will be turning the vehicle will be turning it large radius. Then lighting system. When we experience this lighting system means during night time. Okay, when we have the vehicle with a poor lighting system means we are going to have the accident. Then tire burst, which is a automatic process. If there is any increase in pressure of the tire, or loading, if the vehicle is overloaded means then we can experience this tire burst. Then road conditions, skidding, potholes, and ruts, etc. That is the pothole formation which leads to accident. I told right in 2018-19 the majority of the accidents in Bangalore are because of this potholes only, because of the poor condition of the roads and formation of the pothole which will leads to the accidents. Then comes the road design, that is the effective geometric design like horizontal, vertical, and width of the road. So if you provide a larger radius horizontal curve, okay, if you provide larger radius horizontal curve means accident rate is very less. Okay, if we provide a sharper curve, okay, sudden change in the horizontal profile, there the accident rate will be very high. Then vertical curves also. Then width of the road. Okay, when this is very important. It is if you are giving only sufficient width means there will be chances of accident will be there. So you have to provide the extra width for accommodation of a breakdown vehicle. Then traffic condition, other vehicles of the traffic stream. So in the traffic condition, what will happen means you will be simply moving with your vehicle. So simply moving with your vehicle. Suddenly a vehicle coming behind you will hit your vehicle because of a control, not controlling the vehicle. So because of the uncontrolled condition of the vehicle which is coming in the rare position, they will be hitting your vehicle which will lead to accident. Then comes the weather condition, mist, fog, snow, dust, smoke, heavy rainfall. So because of, we can say that because of poor visibility, the accident is going to occur. That is if there is any mist is falling, fog, snow, or dust, or smoke, or heavy rainfall. Okay, because of this weather means it is a poor visibility. So because of poor visibility, you are going to encounter with the accident. The road will not be visible properly, and you are going to encounter with the accident. Then stray animals on the road. Nowadays in Bangalore, you can observe the dogs will be on the road, then a horse will be on the road, then a bullock, ox. Okay, these are the things, these are the animals which will be on the road. Because of these animals also, the accident may cause. Then other causes like incorrect signs and signals. If you are not providing or installing correct signboards and correct signal timings in the intersection means there you can experience this accident will occur. So remember, this is very important. There is the causes for accidents. One is drivers, pedestrian, passenger, vehicle defects, road condition, road design, traffic condition, weather, animals, and other causes. Okay. In the exam or in the IAA, if they ask you to explain the causes for road accident means you can write this one. Okay, you can write this one. That is the drivers, pedestrian, passengers, vehicle defects, then road condition, road design, traffic condition, weather, animals, and other causes. Okay, is it clear? Right? Is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear? This thing we have already discussed in our second module. That is the causes for accidents. So, is it clear? Right? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Others kindly respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next is types of accidents. So you carefully observe here. I will show one by one. The first, there are 6 types of accidents are there. The first one is a moving vehicle collides with a stationary object which is collapsible. So when a moving vehicle collides with a stationary object which is collapsible, you can observe here a moving vehicle has collided with this light pole. Okay, it is a light pole. When the moving vehicle collides with a stationary object which is collapsible, if you hit the vehicle, that is when the light pole is hit by the moving vehicle means it will be collapsible in nature. That's why the first type of accident is a moving vehicle collides with a stationary object which is collapsible in nature. The second one is a moving vehicle collides with a stationary object which is a rigid structure. You can see here, this is the wall. So this is the wall of a building. So when the moving vehicle hits the wall of the building, so which will be encountered with the accident. Such type of accident is a colliding of a moving vehicle with the stationary object like a rigid structure. It is a rigid structure. The wall of the building is a rigid structure. Okay. Is it clear, right? Are people are understanding this one? Types of accidents?
Yes, sir.
First one is moving vehicle collides with the stationary object like which is collapsible. A moving vehicle collides with a stationary object like a rigid structure. The rigid structure means it will be the wall of the building. Next one is moving vehicle collides with the parked vehicle. So here this is the parked vehicle. Okay, whatever I am writing, this is the parked vehicle and this is the vehicle which is coming in the direction and colliding with the parked vehicle. That is a moving vehicle collides with a movable object like a parked vehicle. So these two are stationary objects and this is a movable object. A vehicle collides with the moving object like a parked vehicle. The second one is two vehicles. We can observe here two vehicles approaching from a different direction collide at an intersection. So in the intersection, this accident is going to occur. This is one type of accident. That is when the moving vehicle collides with other vehicle in the intersection. Okay, at the intersection, if the collision is taking place, this is the fourth type of accident. Then comes the head-on collision. You can observe here head-on collision of two vehicles approaching from opposite direction. Okay, these are the head-on collision. You can see front bumper of the one vehicle hits the front bumper of the other vehicle, that we are going to call it as a head-on collision. Okay, front bumper of one vehicle hits the front bumper of other vehicle which are coming in opposite direction. That is the fifth type. The second type is a rear end collision. Okay, rear end, majority of the accidents will be, it is a head-on collision or a rear end collision. Head-on collision or rear end collision of moving vehicles to moving vehicles. There is the front bumper of one vehicle hits the back bumper of other vehicle. You can observe here the front bumper of one vehicle hitting the back bumper of the other vehicle. So remember, there are 6 types of accidents are there. The first one is a moving vehicle collides with the stationary object which is collapsible in nature. Then a moving vehicle collides with the stationary object like a rigid structure like wall. Then a moving vehicle collides with a movable object like a parked vehicle. Then the moving vehicle, two vehicles approaching from different direction at the intersection. Then head-on collision and rear end collision. Okay, these are the 6 types of collisions we are going to come across. That is, these are the various types, means 6 types are there. Okay, moving vehicle collides with collapsible like light pole. Then moving vehicle collides with the wall, rigid structure. Moving vehicle collides with the parked vehicle. Then two vehicles approaching the intersection with a different direction. Head-on collision and rear-end collision. I hope you have got to know what do you mean by rear-end collision and head-on collision. So when front bumper of one vehicle hits the front bumper of other vehicle, that we are going to call it as head-on collision. When the front bumper of one vehicle hits the back bumper of other vehicle, that we are going to call it as rear-end collision. Okay, is it clear? Types of accidents. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Others kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
These are the various types of accidents. This is also very important. In the exam, they may ask, okay, that is list out or outline the or enumerate the various types of accidents. Then comes the objectives. This is we have already seen. So to know the cause of accident and to suggest the corrective measures at potential locations. Then to evaluate existing design, regulation and control measures. That is the existing design, whether the signal what you have provided it is proper or not, you are going to check it. Then you are going to provide control measures for the existing design. And if there is any changes in the design, you are going to support the proposed change in design, regulation and control measures in the selected routes. There is for example, you have designed the signal for 60 seconds, but the accident rate is very high for 60 seconds. So you have designed the signal for 100 seconds and the accident rate is very high. So the change in the signal timing should be proposed. That is it should be supported. That is the proposed changes should be supported. Then to carry out before and after studies. That is before changing the signal timings, what will be the accident rate? After changing the signal timings, what will be the accident accident statistics? We are going to check it. And to make a computations of financial loss due to accidents. That is a accident cost. Okay, accident cost. We are going to work it out and to provide economic justification. For example, you have gone for 60 seconds, but after redesign, it is reduced. It is increased to 100 seconds. So is there any economic justification is there or not? You are going to check it and you are going to provide the economic justification that why we are raising the signal timings by 60 seconds to 100 seconds. Okay, these are already discussed in the module 2. So I will not go in detail about this objectives of accident studies. Next one is measures for reducing the accidents. So it is very important. So you can mark here. This is also in the fourth module. Everything is important. You may expect any type of question. Okay. So the various measures to decrease the accident rate may be divided into engineering measures, enforcement measures, and education measures. So these three are called as 3 E's of accidents. Okay. We can remember 3 E's of accidents. One is engineering measure, enforcement measure, last one is education measure. That is education measure. So these three are the remedies or measures to decrease the accident rate. It is an engineering measure, enforcement measure, and education measure. So these terms are called as 3 E's for accident. So in the exam, they may ask explain the 3 E's for accident. Means you have to explain engineering measure, enforcement measure, and education measure. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Measure. The things you are going to consider in the engineering measures means the first one is road design. Okay, you have to design the road properly. So if the road design is in proper way means we can easily reduce the accident rate. So in terms of side distance, then width of the road, width of pavement means width of road that is the roadway width. Then width of shoulders. I think you have observed that when the road is constructed means when the road is there means after that road there will be extra path will be provided. Okay, the extra path will be provided, that we are going to call it as the shoulders. Okay, that we are going to call it as shoulder. So if we provide a proper width of the shoulders means we can easily reduce the accident. Then horizontal and vertical curves, that is the horizontal, that is the curves which are provided in the road. So if you properly design the curves means we can easily reduce the accident. Then intersection details are checked and corrected. So intersection details, when it comes for intersection, so we have two types: at grade intersection and grade separated intersection. At grade and grade separated intersection. So you are going to check whether the provided intersection is satisfying the conditions or not, and if there is any defect in the whatever the said things are there, whether it may be side distance, width of the road, width of shoulder, you are going to check it and you are going to correct it. Then comes the preventive maintenance of the vehicle. I told right, vehicles are also the basic elements of the accident. If the vehicles are having a lack of maintenance means which will leads to accidents. So by checking the braking system, steering, I told right, if you are poor braking system, you are going to encounter with the accident. So to check the braking system, steering system, indicators. Okay, indicators, that is the whether it may be a right indicator, left indicator, then parking indicators, then a lighting system during night time, especially during night time, the lighting system should be properly provided. Then condition of tires are checked at suitable intervals. I think you all know that the maintenance of the vehicle will be given for every 3 months. So whenever you took a vehicle, that is when you procure a vehicle, the vehicular service they will be doing. Okay, in the showroom, the vehicular service will be doing the same thing will be holds good here. The vehicular service, that is checking the braking system, steering system, indicators, lighting system, condition of tires at a suitable interval. Then before and after study. So recording the accident, necessary improvements in engineering design, regulation, enforcement, and educational drivers. So here before and after studies, as we all know that recording the accident at the before providing the measures, and recording the accidents after providing the measures, whether it may be a road design, whether it may be a vehicular design or vehicular preventive maintenance. So before and after studies you are going to carry out. Then comes the road lighting. This is very important, and we are going to discuss in detail about this road lighting. That is a proper road lighting can decrease the rate of accident. So during night time, majority of the accidents are because of this lighting, poor lighting system. That too on the road lighting system. If the lighting system of the road is not provided properly, means you are going to have the accident. So if you provide a proper road lighting system, means we can easily reduce the rate of accidents in the roads. Okay, these are the some engineering measures. Then comes the enforcement measures. Okay, remember there are 4 engineering measures are there: road design, preventive maintenance of vehicle, before and after studies, and road lighting. The next one is enforcement measures. What are the enforcement measures we are going to consider? That is a speed limit and warning signs. That is a installation of traffic signboards. Okay, we can call it as a installation of traffic signboards. Traffic signboards. Then speed breakers. So if we made a speed breaker, or if we install a speed breaker on the road, means automatically the speed will be reduced, the accident rate will be decreased. And checking over speeding of vehicles. How we are going to check? I think you all know that in our nearby college, near that is Air Force Station, the radar, the spot speed studies were carried out. That is, the radar gun will be there. So checking the speeding of vehicle, whether they are moving at normal speed or whether they are moving at over speed, they are going to check it. And installation of tachometers in public transport. tachometers. That is, you can observe the BMTC will not move above 60 kmph, and the KSRTC will not be moving above 60 kmph. Why? Because they have installed this speed control device. Okay, speed control device called a tachometer. Okay, tachometers are installed in such a way that it will control the speed. So the BMTC and KSRTC will be moving only at 60 kmph. Beyond that, if they move beyond 60 also, the speed will be automatically reduced to 60 kmph. So installing all these things which will reduce the accident rate. Then traffic control devices, as we all know, the traffic sign, which is a traffic control device, traffic signals, which are the traffic control, then road markings also traffic control. There is a proper installing of these traffic signs, that is the traffic control devices on the road, which will leads to reduction in the accident. So the accident rate can be reduced by installing the traffic signs. The traffic signs are the traffic control device which controls, regulates and guides the traffic. Then training and supervision. Okay, issuing license to driver after training, it should be renewed after a specified period. So as we all know that the DL, okay, the driving license will be issued to the road user after training. Yes or no? That is after training. That is a LL. Okay, you are going to get the learning license when you apply. That learning license period we are going to call it as a training. After training only they are going to issue the driving license. So similarly, if we properly train the driver, means the reduction the accident rate will be reduced automatically. Then medical check, tested for vision, glare recovery time and reaction time. So in olden days, what they are doing means for DL, they used to make the drivers, or they used to make the people to undergo for some test, that is vision, glare recovery and reaction time. That is a medical check was doing for the road users before issuing the DL. Now it is now they are not doing any medical check. They will simply issue the DL or LL and they will be using the road. So it should be made mandate that the testing for vision, that is if improper vision, that is a poor visibility is there, means the accident rate will be increased. So if we test before giving the DL to the drivers, it will be helpful in reducing the accident. Then special precautions for commercial vehicle, having a conductor or helper give proper direction to driver. So in the trucks and in buses, you can observe the conductor and the helper will be there, or cleaner will be there. They will be guiding the road, the driver to take to drive the vehicle. Then observance law and regulation, that is the Traffic or Transport Authority should send a steady groups of trained personnel assisted by police to different locations. So this is observance of law and regulation. That is, I think you all know that for every weekend the police will be catching you, or whenever you will be moving on the road, the one ASI or SI with one PC will be there for catching the vehicles who are violating the rules and regulations. So observance of law and regulation, that is the Traffic or Transport Authority should have a steady group. They will be allotting to the different locations and they will be standing there and they will be observing the regulation. Okay, they will be observing the land regulation. Okay, that is a Traffic or Transport Authority should send steady groups of trained personnel assisted by police to different locations. That is making the steady groups. I hope everyone are familiar with that. The traffic police will be standing on the road and they will be catching the vehicles who are violating the rules. Those by making those putting penalty for the road users who are violating the roads will be helpful in reducing the accident rate. Okay, these are the some enforcement measures. Then the last one is educational measures. What is that educational? As the name itself indicates that the educational measure, that is education of road user. That is educating the road user. The passengers and pedestrians should be taught the rules of the road, correct manner of crossing, etc. So the road user, we the people, whether the pedestrian or passenger or driver. So there should be proper education should be given to these three members about the rules and regulations of the road and order of manner of crossing. Okay, I told that pedestrians, they will be not using the zebra crossing. They will be crossing the road at wherever they are required. They will be moving on the road and they will be crossing. So if we educate the pedestrian and passenger in such a way that can easily reduce the accident rate. Then a safety drive. Okay, that is a safety drive. That is organizing a traffic safety week training courses. So organizing a traffic safety week for the road users. That is for pedestrian, passengers, and drivers, which will help them to know the safety of the road user and to know the safety of the vehicle on the road, and which will leads to reduction in accidents. And highway workshops may be conducted. Highway workshops means the traffic study workshops may be conducted, which will guides the road user to know the rules and regulations of the road and the traffic signs and the signals. So remember, the educational measures means making the road users, whether it may be a driver, passenger, or pedestrian, making them to educate that the rules and regulations of the road and types of crossing. Then safety drive, organizing the safety week training for pedestrians, pedestrians, drivers, and passengers, and you can conduct the highway workshops also. So we know that the training and workshop which will give some important basic concepts. Okay, they will be explaining the basic concepts of rules and regulations. So they will be explaining what is this traffic sign. Then when you see this type of sign, what you are going to do, that is when you see U-turn prohibited, if you see this sign, what it indicates. So you are going to provide a suitable education for knowing the rules and regulations of the driver. So these are the three measures we are following to reduce the accidents in India. The first one is engineering measure. That is under the engineering measure, road design, preventive maintenance, before and after studies, then road lighting system, then the enforcement measures, speed control, traffic control devices, training and supervision, then medical check, then special precautions for commercial vehicles, then observance of law and regulation. Then the last measure is education of road users and the safety drive. That is educating the road users about the road rules and regulations and crossing manner. Then safety drive, organizing a training program for the pedestrian, passenger, and drivers to know about the rules and regulations of the traffic. Okay, these are the measures we are going to consider. Then comes the accident cost. Okay, this is very important. It is the most high profile and highest cost of transport. Why? Because the accident cost involves two types. One is the vehicular cost, or we can call it as property damage cost. So property damage cost, and the one is a road user cost because of the accident. So the accident cost is composed of property damage cost and road user cost. Accident cost are one of the most high profile and highest cost of transportation. Then cost estimation of injuries and fatalities. Injuries means breaking of your leg or hand, like that. Fatalities means death. Death of the individual is a complex problem. The cost of each accident may be estimated by working out the cost involved. Okay, what are the various costs which involved in the accident studies? Means injuries and fatalities of persons involved in the accident. That is the personal injuries, the road user cost which will be involved in the road user which will be involved in the accident, whether it may be injury cost or fatality cost. Then damages to the vehicle. If there is any vehicular damage, there means there we are going to have this accident cost. Then other property damages. So when you are moving and when you hit the wall of the vehicle, okay, when you hit the wall of the building, so the wall will be damaged. Okay, the vehicle will be damaged and the wall will be damaged. So other property damages we are going to have the accident cost. Then a major consequence of the accident including dislocation and delay to other traffic. Whenever an accident has occurred, means there will be delay, dislocation and delay to the other vehicle, other traffic, which leads to accident cost. Then investigations and legal proceedings. So for court, for police, so we are going to pay some penalty to the court and police station. So those costs will be included. And for lawyer also you are going to give some money. So for clearing the case, so that cost involved in the accident cost. Then compensations. Compensation, whether from the government or whether from the accident person, you are going to get for your property damage cost or for your vehicular damage cost or for your personal injuries, whatever the amount you are going to expect, that will be included in the accident cost. So this can be asked in write a short note. Okay, write a short note on accident cost means you have to write all these things. So accident costs are one of the most high profile cost. Then it involves injuries, fatalities of individuals and the road user. That is the people damage, the vehicular damage and the personal damages will be included in this cost. Then what are the items which will be included in the accident cost? Is injuries and fatalities of persons involved in the accident, damages to the vehicle, that is vehicular damage will be there, other property damage will be there. Then the major consequence of the accident including dislocation and delay. So when an accident has occurred in the road, means there will be traffic jam will be there, which will be creating delay to the road user. Then investigations and legal proceedings. That is for paying penalty to the court. For police personnel, you are going to give some money. That is then lawyer, for lawyer you are going to pay some money for clearing the case. Then compensation, whether it may be from the government or whether it may be from the accident person. Okay, the person who has made the accident, from that person we are going to getting some amount, means that amount will be included in the accident cost. So understood this one? Is it clear about the accidents? Kindly respond. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this fourth module, you remember only one question, that is causes for accidents. Be prepared, go thoroughly with the causes for accidents. Okay, only one question you remember, causes for accident, you write that question. Okay, is it clear? So again I'm telling, your syllabus half portion, whatever the left out portion from the first module in the second module after first IA, the third module full will be there, and there will be one problem on Webster's method, and in the fourth module up to accident studies it will be there up to here. In this you concentrate only on the causes for accidents. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? And submit your assignments in time. Okay, submit your assignment in time. Don't postpone the assignment. Still some of you have not yet uploaded your first assignment only, so don't make it with the second assignment. Upload your assignments in time and get the marks. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Others kindly respond. Is it clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Doubts? If you have any doubts with the problems or any theory part, means you can contact me at any time. I will be available. You can WhatsApp me, sir. This problem is not, I am not understanding, means I will make you to understand and how to solve the problems. And in the theory portion also, if you have any doubts, you can call me or you can text me through WhatsApp, so that I will be engaging you, that is by explaining all those things. Okay, is it clear? So in the fourth module, up to accident cost, you get thorough. That is in the fourth module, up to accident cost. Okay, I'll stop here. Any doubts you can ask me for your IA. If you have any doubts related to your IA, you can ask me. Any doubts? Okay, I hope everything is clear, right? From your end? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So concentrate more on the problems in the second module and third module, and in the fifth module, concentrate only on the causes for accidents. Okay, I'll stop here. So you can leave the session. Thank you. Have a good day, and all the best for your IA. Be prepared. The notes is available in the MS Teams, so you can go through that and you prepare for your IA. Okay. The problems also uploaded in the MS Teams. The third module problems. Okay. For referring the second module problems, we can refer the recorded videos in the MS Teams, so that we can easily solve the problems. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You can leave the session. Thank you.